guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the top 10 best immersion blenders that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research. I have listed them based on popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinions, and more. If you want to see more information and the updated price, you can check out the description below. Also, make sure to subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 10, we have the GEG8H1 AASS-PSS Immersion Blender. This immersion blender aced all of our tests. It whipped cream with ease and pureed butternut squash soup in an instant. The food processor attachment made pesto faster than expected. And the smoothie results were the best we saw in all of our testing. Frozen fruit was fully blended quickly, and even tough flax seeds were fully broken down. The GE Immersion Blender is lightweight and clicks easily into place when used with any of the various attachments. Those include a whisk, food processor, and immersion blender head. Its stainless steel finish makes it a decent complement to most kitchen decor. In terms of performance, we were impressed with how easily it processed nuts and hard cheeses for making pesto. This immersion blender would be an excellent candidate for making nut butters, and it passed our butternut squash bisque test with flying colors, pureeing the roasted vegetables quickly, and never having any issues with suction. The only downside? It doesn't come with a beaker to blend in, so you'll need to use one of your own. Moving on. At number 9, we have the BLACK+DECKER Kitchen Wand Cordless Immersion Blender. If you want all the functionality of an immersion blender, but hate having to fiddle with a cord over a hot stove, the BLACK+DECKER Kitchen Wand might become your new best friend. This handheld appliance goes beyond tasks like blending soups and processing pesto. It comes with several convenient attachments, depending on which kit you opt for, like a hand mixer, milk frother, can opener, whisk, and more. And each set comes with a charging dock, food processor, and measuring cup attachment for day-to-day tasks. This may not be the most powerful immersion blender we tested. Flax seeds and smoothies were not fully broken down, and pesto required some elbow grease to fully combine. But we loved how this performed in our whipped cream and soup tests, blending and whipping ingredients efficiently without having to deal with clunky wires. Just be mindful that having a cordless blender means you'll always need to be sure that it's charged up and ready to go when you need it. A full battery offers up to 30 minutes of non-stop runtime. But once it's dead, you can't swap batteries in to finish the job, and you won't want to end up with half-blended soup. At number 8, we have the Breville BSB510XL Control Grip Immersion Blender. This immersion blender features a uniquely shallow, bell-shaped blending head that prevents it from suctioning to the bottom of blending cups, and its non-scratch base won't damage metal pots. Its wand is long and sturdy, yet comfortable to hold. Backed by a 15-speed, 280-watt motor, these parts are a match made in blender heaven. While the Breville blender wows on its own, its attachments are impressive bonus items that helped it breeze through our testing. The whisk attachment was perfect for whipping cream, and the food processor attachment quickly chopped pine nuts, garlic, and more for minimal effort pesto. It fell short when it came to our smoothie test though, where it struggled to fully blend chunks of frozen fruit and break down flax seeds. But we did love that the jug houses the blender's 25-ounce chopping bowl for easy storage. Plus, all of its accessories are dishwasher safe. At number 7, we have the All-Clad Electric Stainless Steel Immersion Blender. This stainless steel immersion blender from All-Clad is the real deal. Beautifully designed, incredibly sturdy, and eerily quiet, despite its honking 600-watt motor. With its long wand and blending head that promotes liquid flow, it excelled at blending soup, smoothies, and mayo quickly and evenly. Unfortunately, the whisk head is sold separately. Our base model lacked accessories, which made the pesto and whipped cream tests more challenging. It did complete both in the end. When assembled, the blender is also massively heavy, at over 3 pounds, tiring out our tester's arm pretty quickly. It's an impressive, built-to-last device, but it's not made for people with as little upper body strength as our tester. At number 6, we have the Hamilton Beach 4-in-1 Electric Immersion Hand Blender. Throughout testing, this hand blender from Hamilton Beach seemed to impress us and disappoint us in equal measure. Its lightweight head quickly excelled at making mayo and emulsifying pesto without getting suction to the bottom of the vessel. Unfortunately, its other accessories were a bit of a mess. The comically small whisk head took a while to whip cream, and the food processor smelled of burning plastic while in use. It didn't even reach the cheese it needed to chop for pesto. As the least expensive product on this list, we aren't surprised that the build quality can't match up to the competition. If you're desperate for a hand blender and on a tight budget, this will get the job done. Unfortunately, it's not a good investment in the long term. At number 5, we have the Braun MQ7027 4-in-1 Immersion Blender. The upgraded version of the Braun Multi-Quick 5MQ505, this immersion blender is a solid choice for making whipped cream, pesto, and nut butters. We were consistently impressed with its blending performance on soft ingredients. In addition to a whisk and a food processor, it features a masher attachment that's helpful for crushing potatoes and making baby foods. However, this Braun isn't without flaws. It didn't do well in the smoothie test. It failed to crush ice cubes efficiently and repeatedly got stuck in the beaker because of suction. The same suction issue occurred in the soup test, which made blending much more difficult than it should have been. At number 4, we have the Chefman 12-speed Immersion Blender. Prettier, bigger, and faster than its predecessor, the Chefman 12-speed looks like the real deal. Unfortunately, it isn't. Completely lacking in attachments, the blender performed poorly in the pesto test. It was inefficient and kept spitting ingredients out the sides of its blender head. Its fastest speed also wasn't quite fast enough to whip cream. It's attractively designed and boasts a non-scratch head to protect your metal pots. But that's all we really like about it. If we had to buy it, we would use it for soup and nothing else. At number 3, we have the Mueller Ultra Stick Immersion Blender. With its light-up buttons and interesting design, we wanted to love this blender from Mueller, but it couldn't live up to our hopes. When making whipped cream, the blending attachment actually twisted off and stopped the blender from running. When it came to pesto, the lack of food processor or chopper attachment made things challenging. Even the blending head could barely handle shredding the basil. Overall, it seems like a poorly constructed product that isn't up to most blending tasks. At number 2, we have the Vitamix Immersion Blender. The Vitamix Immersion Blender is a powerful 5-speed hand blender. However, its top-heavy design makes it uncomfortable to hold for long periods of time. Its sleek design and portability are great, but not enough to outweigh the difficulty we had cleaning pesto out of the blades. This product is effective at whipping cream and making mayonnaise. That said, we wish it had extras like a whisk attachment or blending jar to make these tasks even easier. And finally, at number 1, we have the KitchenAid KHB2351 CU 3-speed hand blender. For a brand that's typically committed to quality and craftsmanship, KitchenAid has produced some surprisingly low-quality hand blenders. This 3-speed is a slight improvement over the basic 2-speed. But not even its bevy of accessories make up for its poor performance when chopping, whipping, and blending. The food processor attachment struggled to chop ingredients for pesto, and the whisk attachment was so large that cream took longer to whip up. When it came time to try and blend pesto with the blender head, it sent ingredients flying out the sides and struggled to break up the basil. The blender itself also has a lot of plastic parts painted to look chrome, which tells us the product isn't built to last. At least it comes with a cute storage bag. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions related to this product, you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.